Good morning, everyone. I welcome you to the Wednesday, March 11th, 2026 General Government Committee meeting for the City of Tumwater. And first order of business, we have roll call, and with us we have Councilmember Brandon Whedon and myself, Councilmember Swarthout, and unfortunately, Councilmember Kathy is on another meeting for Orca. Then we'll move on now to the approval of the minutes from the General Government Committee meeting from February 11th. Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Now to the meat of the meeting, we're going to move on to the ordinance number 2026-001, the 93rd Avenue Southwest and Case Road Southwest annexation. And we'll be hearing from Dana. Good morning, Dana.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today. How are you both?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
Good. Very nice to meet you,
Yeah, you as well.
Councilmember
Thanks for
Whedon.
being here.
Yeah. So this is an annexation. This is the last step of an annexation. I have a presentation for you. Jess, do you share the screen or do you like me to share the screen?
Nope, you share the screen.
Okay, here we go. There we go. So as you said, it's ordinance number 2026-001. I clinched it. I got the first ordinance of the year. And it's for 93rd Ave Southwest and Case Road. And like I said, it's the last action of this process. So it's been through council a couple of times, although unfortunately, Councilmember Whedon, you haven't seen it. So if you have any questions going along, just ask me. This is a Google shot. I wanted to be really clear about that. We didn't go out and take a picture. It's just from the screenshot. And it just shows the only buildings that are a part of this parcel. So are these two parcels that are going together. So just for background, this was owner initiated and it is at the south central part of Tumwater, and it is currently in the UGA. So you know, there's no needing to swap out or anything like that. It's within the UGA boundaries, so fair game for annexation. The owners have accepted their fair share of the city's indebtedness, and that they will accept the city's land use zones and designations, which for this one aren't scheduled to change. So the annexation area is 11.8 acres in total. And you can see here, the pink area is the current UGA, and then the white area is the city limits on the north half. And then down here, hopefully you can see my cursor, but south of that UGA slim line, this area here is outside of the UGA, so county unincorporated area. So it's zoned as light industrial, and it's undeveloped aside of that house and outbuildings. And it's currently East Olympia Fire District, which will change as soon as it is annexed. It will become Tumwater Fire Department. They've been notified and are aware that they'll have that additional 10 or 11 acres. So what happened with this annexation is in February 2025, the application was submitted. And because this is two property owners and they're both accepting indebtedness and they're both petitioners, if you could say that, then they meet the 60% requirement right away. So, you know, we kind of jump through two hurdles at once to a certain extent. So their application was accepted right away, March 2025. And then the General Government Committee held a briefing in April. May, we had the City Council meet with the petitioners and they agreed to the terms. In June, the assessor reviewed the application, and they need to check the signatures and make sure that the listed property owners for the properties, and it's the value, it's 60% of the value of the land. So that, you know, the assessor has to determine if we have 60% of the petitioners accounted for it. And so then in July, the county had a public hearing and on a resolution because, well, I'll talk about that. So the council has already approved a resolution for this annexation, and the hearing went and I don't think we had any comments for the hearing. And then in July, the July, the hearing was held, the resolution was adopted. September, the Boundary Review Board did their pre-submission review, and then in November, the Boundary Review Board accepted the application. So I wanted to just clarify, we have a resolution happening before the Boundary Review Board because it's a required part of the Boundary Review Board process, but we can't adopt an annexation without Boundary Review Board, without them having reviewed it first. So it's a funny two-step thing where you've seen it all, you've adopted the resolution, and then they reviewed it, and now we basically are just adopting the ordinance to finalize it. So the next step is council is we're requesting that we move this forward to City Council to adopt the annexation with consideration, and then staff will notify any of the people responsible for services after the annexation, like the library, the city police, the fire department, and then any other agencies. So we have some utilities that need to be notified. We also have the Office of Financial Management that needs to be notified because it has a tax, the state tax would change for these parcels. So instead of going to the county, it comes to us and different things like that. So I'm asking if you would please place ordinance number 2026-001, the 93rd Avenue Southwest and Case Road Southwest annexation on the March 17th, 2026 City Council consideration calendar with a recommendation to adopt. Any questions?
I have a question about the fiscal notes. It says initial
Sure.
review of the fiscal impact of the proposed annexations was completed in advance. Is there a cost to the city with this?
The benefit, so having done an annexation, then we actually get additional revenue. So revenue that would have gone to the county because it's in the UGA, then comes to the city. So the cost is in the processing and in staff time to do so.
Okay.
But then henceforth and going forward, we will get those revenues. And Brad, do you have something to add?
Yeah, no, and I apologize. Just to add a little additional information, when Troy has run the numbers for this and for other recent annexations, the tax burden on the particular properties is about the same between the county and the city, maybe a little bit higher for us, but not that much. But in terms of the covering for our services and so forth, that additional revenue would cover for any additional things that we would have from these two parcels.
I do have a question. It's just, I know we've been through this before, but we don't have, they're not on sewer and water down there right? From us, or what, how far do we extend down there?
So we have a plan to extend a water line that goes all the way across 93rd Ave past this parcel. So it is within the plan, I believe, this year or next year, and it's in the CFP.
Okay, and they'll end up paying for the responsible then for connection fees for both the sewer. Well, we have sewer then too?
I can't remember where the sewer was. I know that we had water going out, but I don't think we have sewer going out yet or planned for.
So, but they'll be responsible for the connection fees for water then? So
they're responsible for connecting to the main line, yeah.
Okay, all right, got it. Okay. All right. Okay. I know we've seen this several times, and I was just going to show. So, Brandon, this is funny how things, start and how long it takes to get through the process. But here we are. Yeah. So
here we are.
Here we are. So,
All
waiting
right.
for you. Okay.
Yep. I move that we place ordinance number 02026-001, 93rd Avenue Southwest and Case Road Southwest annexation on the March 17th, 2026 City Council consideration calendar.
With the recommendation.
Oh, sorry. With the recommendation to adopt.
Okay. I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you, Councilmember Whedon. All right. Now we're moving on to the other one. It has to do with our meetings. So we'll get this all figured out eventually. So, council. We do have Administrator
Paul?
Simmons.
Hey there. I just have a little bit of context to start the conversation. I believe you all like the 11 o'clock time better than the 8 o'clock time, but given that the second Wednesday of the month is a conflict with the Orca meetings, the thought process I've heard is to move it to the third Wednesday. The only which I think would work great. The only thing that I would highlight is currently we have canceled the April general government meeting because of spring break. But if you move to the third week of April, then we would not cancel the April meeting because there are items that we'd like to bring back before you. And so that gives us an opportunity to move off of spring break and still have the April meeting if you choose to make that. Another alternative, if you don't move off of the second week, we could schedule a special meeting in April too. But just wanted to throw that additional context out there, and then really we can support your desire in terms of meetings.
Does that work for all staff too? Does any
Yeah,
staff
so
have-
it's nice. How have we been moving this around? How does staff feel about going to the third Wednesday?
That we can make that work.
Okay.
Thanks, Sharon.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if everybody's flexible, and then I apologize for it moving around. And then just to clarify too that if we need, just wanted to be, I appreciate being flexible and all, and if it did need to move back, we don't have to wait until like every 2 years or something to change times. I want to be open and like be respectful of if it changes for staff, if you guys need to move it, that we can be flexible for you as well. So
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, for you, your
that's
team
Karen.
as well. So I just want to have Karen weigh in.
Under the rules, you are supposed to set the time at least every 2 years. You don't
Okay.
have to wait 2 years to change it. But because it is considered a regular meeting schedule that you're setting,
Mhm.
it shouldn't be changing repeatedly. I mean,
Okay.
if you want to schedule a special meeting, you have that ability anytime that you want to
Okay.
add a special meeting, but the regular schedule should sort of be set on an annual basis.
Okay. Right. All right. Yeah, I haven't been this wishy-washy before, so I appreciate your flexibility here. So it sounds like that we can make a motion to move the general government meeting to be scheduled for the third Wednesday of the month at 11 a.m. Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. We'll let Councilmember Kathy know, and we'll be moving ahead. Thank you, team. I do appreciate that. So, so I was surprised when I got the email. It's like, oh, Joan. So, and this is her favorite committee. So, all right. Well, goodness, then we have come to the end of our agenda, team. So, is there anything else that we need to cover? I don't believe we do. All right. So, with that, then I will call the March 11th, 2026 General Government Meeting Committee adjourned. Have a good day.
Awesome.
All right.
Have a good
Bye,
day.
guys.
Thank you, everybody. See ya.
Thank you.